to our super twig fort for safety, and then we all laid out and told stories until it got dark, and the Big Dipper led us all the way home.
Whoa! Awesome! Where were you, Jill?
Yeah. We went to the forest. It's not that far away. Anyone want to come this weekend?
Ask your parents to take you and your friends to the forest this week and find the fun, adventurous you. It's closer than you think. Check out discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Meet Josh.
Hi, everybody.
Josh is a high school basketball player, solid shooter, great teammate.
Hey, don't forget my tenacious D.
And he's my son.
Oh.
So, what does Josh do to be the best basketball player he can be?
I play tennis.
Studies show that student athletes here in Ohio who play more than one high school sport are more likely to excel. Tennis does more than improve Josh's conditioning. It gives him a fresh competitive outlet, reduces the risk of injury by cross-training, and introduces him to different coaching techniques and new friends.
Don't get me wrong, hoops are my first love. Tennis just gives me a little break.
So when the new season begins, Josh isn't burned out on basketball. He's eager to play. And you can see the difference in his game.
This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
This is Everett Fitzhugh, the radio voice of the NHL Seattle Kraken, and you're listening to the home of the Youngstown Phantoms, Western Reserve Radio.
This batting average ball's in play, unless they're just terrible, right? I mean, if they're a bad pitcher, then it could be super high. But, like, if they're middling all the way up to higher tier, and you can kind of go in and go, last 5 starts, Babbitt's been, like, way inflated. He's due for some positive regression here in all of this, and you can take that into your handicapping as well.
Okay, I love it. How about some basic bet questions for you for baseball?
Fall and winter grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
You're listening to WRDB, Western Reserve Digital Broadcasting, Youngstown, Warren, Salem, and around the world. Please stand by for a special presentation of Western Reserve Radio at westernreserveradio.com on the Live 365 network and the Live 365 app.
Welcome to the Chiller Ice Rink here in Dublin, Ohio. As Western Reserve Radio and the iMedia One Network are proud to bring you Canton Akron Jets hockey here on this early Friday afternoon. The Jets ready to take on the Pittsburgh Arctic Foxes. Hello, everyone. Jim Craven with you high atop the Chiller Ice Arena here in Dublin as we get ready for Game 1 of a 4-game series this weekend. And the Jets, they'll start it off with a team from the Keystone State in the Pittsburgh Arctic Foxes. Foxes come in today at 20, 11, and 3, an 86.04 rating on myhockeyrankings.com. Over in PA, they do it a little bit different over there. They're ranked 35th in PA in the 18U bracket in the state of Pennsylvania. 150 goals for and 112 against. They were at last in action on February 8th as they would take on the Pittsburgh Predators. They would get the 6-5 win in that game. For the Canton Akron Jets, they come in 34, 12, and 1 with an 89.75 rating. They are ranked number 1 in the USA Hockey side here in Ohio on myhockeyrankings.com, and that is significant because they have now secured the number 1 spot going into the Buckeye Cup tournament coming up in 2 weeks. That being played in Oxford, Ohio on the campus of Miami University. They were also in action back on February 8th. They would take on the St. Ignatius Wildcats, however, would take a 4-2 loss. Jets would get goals from Jack Pryor and Mason Darras. Connor Mold would take the loss in net. He would stop 39 out of 43. First meeting between these two teams this year, and I believe in several years, as they will kick this off with, I believe, what's going to be the first game of this tournament. The Pittsburgh Arctic Foxes are coached by Jack Urbanik, Stephen Broski, Michael Hennigan, Herman Olander, and Jonathan Sikorsky. And of course, the Canton Akron Jets are led by their head coach, Sean Houston, assisted by John Evans, Mike Furlong, and Ethan Everhart. 14 minutes up on the board here. It'll be 14-minute periods for this tournament. That changes from time to time. Last Sunday, they were against St. Ignatius, played 17, and against University School, played 17. However, these tournaments, this will be 14. Canton Akron will be the designated home team. They'll be in their white jerseys with the blue shoulders, the navy blue numbers outlined in blue. They'll be in their blue helmets, the blue pants with the light blue and white stripe. And for the Pittsburgh Arctic Fox, they'll be in our black jerseys with the silver numbers outlined in red, the red sleeves, the white helmets, and the black pants. As we're just about to get underway, Lucas Black to take the face-off for Canton Akron. He will send this one out the center. The Foxes will send this deep into the Jet zone as Pryor will try to send this around the far board to Black. Black banging this one off the board. Try to get it to Tyler Benson, but it's going to be returned back to the other end. In net for the Canton Akron Jets, it'll be Connor Mold, the senior out of Poland Seminary High School. As Black will work his way through center, top of the slot, looking for a drop pass, and finally will get that one off. Shot on goal, puck loose in front, and it'll be covered up by Colin Zielkowski, who will be in net for the Pittsburgh Arctic Foxes. Zielkowski will stop that puck, and we will have the face-off in the left circle to the right. I'll call him wearing number 90. As Mason Darras will step into the circle. He, Bell. Let's go Rossi nicely. Jack Barbieri all on the ice for Canton Akron, as well as Max Morrow. Shot from the point by Barbieri, going to go off the boot of Luke Merriman. And into the goal! A quick goal by Mason Darras with 13-17 to go here in the first period. Jets jump out to a quick lead. Shot coming from the left circle. Sharp angle shot. Gets past Zielkowski. And it's a 1-0 lead for the Canton Akron Jets. Face-off coming at center. Sebastian Dabb now in at the center position. He'll get this one from Hennigan. Jets winning this one. They'll get this one in the circle. Send it. It'll be taken by the Foxes. Pittsburgh trying to send this one through center, but it'll be redirected. And it'll be Dallas trying to keep it in the zone, but we're going to get an offside here. Puck back and forth along the blue line, and we'll get a stoppage with 12:59 to go here, first period. Face-off to come to the right of Connor Mold. We'll head down in the lower left corner and back out to center. Deacon Johnson developing a 2-on-1 here. Going to take the shot. No redirect as Sebastian Dabb and Chavold were following up on it. This one will head all the way back behind the net of Connor Mold. Back through the neutral zone. They'll head back to the far side. And taken by Broski. Broski sending it to the near side. Dallas to the far side. 2 Dallases on this team, 21 and 16 for Pittsburgh. Dabb into the zone, one-on-one with Zelkowski. Takes a shot. It's going to be stopped by the Fox netminder. And back out to the blue line. Kept in by Morrow. Morrow from the left circle. Taking the shot. Going to be redirected down back to Tyler Benson behind the net. And the Fox will send this one around the board out to the point. Barbieri, though, keeping it in, and it'll be pushed out to center. And back down behind the net of Zielkowski. Stagmeyer feeding it in. A second goal by Tyler Benson. Ollie Stagmeyer feeding Benson from right to left and past the Fox netminder. And the Jets take a 2-0 lead with 11:57 to go here in the first period. 2 quick goals by the Canton Akron Jets. Again, they secured the #1 spot coming into the Buckeye Cup. That'll be played in 2 weeks down at in Oxford, Ohio at Miami University. Beautiful facility down there at the Goggins Center. Looking forward to that. As Doris will take the face-off at center. Weaver trying to bank this one off the board. Gets it out to center. And into the Fox zone, who will then clear it back down to the Jets. They'll work along the near board. Now go to the far side. Weaver out the center. Mason Doris working to the inside. Top of the slot. Feeding it over to Bell. Bell couldn't catch the pass. Doris with the first goal in the game here in the puck. Going to trickle down into the Jet zone. Swept away by Weaver. He'll avoid Merriman on this. And send it back out to the far side. Klein trying to battle for it in the upper right corner. And a shot from Nicely in the low slot. It's going to go wide right of the cage. Balestrino from the point trying to keep this in. He'll send it down behind the goal line, behind Zielkowski. And it'll be Ethan Bell trying to work it from the upper right corner. He'll get it to Doris. Doris is going to go down but recover and be able to get the puck back. He'll try to work around Alex Sokoa. Back out the center now, Balestrino, the sophomore out of Mineral Ridge High School. Going to send this one out to Weaver. Weaver, one of the 9 seniors on this team out of Strasburg High School, and we're going to get an icing coming up against the Canton Akron Jets. 10:43 left here in this first period. Jets with a 2-0 lead. Dave Ferris, Mark Means keeping an eye on us back in Youngstown. Thank you. Guess we're a little out on the crowd mic. Might have been because I was standing next to it. Bad audio. See, I had no engineer here. All right, face-off in the right circle to the left of Mold. Taken by Dabb. He'll work it from behind the net and into the low left corner. Jets with possession now. Back out the center, but it'll be intercepted by Dallas. Dallas tried to sweep it into the zone, but it's going to be redirected. And back and forth now as he will end up with it again after a couple connections into the zone now. And intercepted by Deacon Johnson. Johnson through center, tried to get past the red line. Tried to work it past Broski, but he'll take it behind the net. Chased down by Sebastian Dabb. Dabb, obviously, the larger player. And it's going to be Black with the interception. Had an opportunity for a one-on-one. He'll try to feed this to Dabb, and Zielkowski will sweep this one away. He'll work from behind the net to his left. From the top of the slot, Dabb feeding it down into Black. Black trying to take the sharp angle shot, looking for the redirect, and it'll be kept in by Pryor. Pryor taking a shot, but it's going to go off the stick of an Arctic Fox, and Dallas now from the far side. We'll try to secure it. He'll have to get past Ollie Stagmeyer. Stagmeyer feeding it in the zone, and it's going to be Tyler Benson taking a shot. This one will go high above, almost hit the rafters, but it'll stay in play. And the Jets now, with a 2-0 lead, Craven will dump this one deep into the zone to be picked up by Tyler Broski. We'll get a whistle. Offsides call coming up against the Jets. Canton Akron will go for a change, I believe. They'll draw this one all the way to our left. Face off to come in the right circle to the left of Connor Mold. Doris Barbieri nicely. All out on the ice. That's 3 of the 5. Doris will take the face off. Send this one out to the blue line. A shot from the point. Stopped by Connor Mold. I believe that's going to be the first shot on net. Taking it by the netminder, Ethan Bell through center. In the right circle. He'll take a bump and come off the puck. And be backed up by Doris. And we're going to get a whistle. And our referee going to make a call here. We're going to have a referee and 2 linemen. And it's going to be Ethan Bell headed to the box. See what the exact call is. We got a pillar in our way, so couldn't catch what was going on. It's going to be a roughing call against Ethan Bell. Bell, the junior out of Jackson High School. And it'll be a defensive zone draw for the Jets. To the left of Mold. Chavold stepping in, tried to keep it. It'll go out to the point. It's going to trickle outside the zone, and the Foxes will have to vacate the zone as the Jets will clear this one nearly the length of the ice. Tracked down by Chavold, head nicely to his right. Try to feed it over. Nicely's going to go down, and he'll have to back out of the zone. 1:13 remaining on the man advantage for Pittsburgh. 8:54 to go here, first period. Jets with a 2-0 lead. Back through center. From the far side, Devin McBride trying to take the shot. Pad save by Mold. On the near side. Working toward in front of the Canton Akron bench. Now are the Jets with possession. Barbieri feeding it over to Nicely. Nicely trying to work with 3 black jerseys. Not going to work. And they will have to retreat her. Chavold taking a chance here, and he'll back this one all the way down in front of Zielkowski. 35 seconds left on the Pittsburgh power play. McBride trying to find an option. He'll send this one out to the far side. And Pittsburgh now through center. Well, they'll work to the near side. They'll drop this one in the near left corner to the right of Connor Mold. Barbieri, and they're taking on 2 Foxes, actually holding up the puck long enough here with 10 seconds left on the man advantage. To Pittsburgh, Black now into the zone. Odd man rush. He'll work to the inside. Try to take a backhanded shot. Had the puck swept away from him. And it'll be sent back out to center. Max Morrow will get into the zone. We'll clear the penalty here. Back to 5-on-5. And from the point, Max Morrow sends it over the right shoulder of Zielkowski. 3-0 is your score. Jets with the lead. 7:39 to go here. First frame. Max Morrow showing you that fat meat is greasy. That was for you, KT. Max Morrow, the senior. He'll be graduating this year from John Glenn High School. Playing his senior year here with the Jets, formerly with the Newark Generals. He'll have an opportunity to play against them in 2 weeks at the Buckeye Cup. Pittsburgh now through center from the near side. Merriman trying to drop it down in the corner. He'll be held up by Balestrino. Puck swept away in front of Mold by Weaver. Back out to center. And it'll be Koba trying to work it back into the zone. However, Canton Akron will take possession. Puck high up in the air as Balestrino trying to clear it out. Taking on 2 black jerseys. Stagmeyer will step in to help him. From the left circle now, working to the inside, taking a shot, and stopped by Mold. Working from right to left. And they'll take this one down to the near board. As Canton Akron will try to get this one out of the zone. Dallas keeping it in for just a moment. And down to the low end to the left of Mold. Weaver finally clearing out the center. Benson working it further, and now this one will be backhanded up into the netting by Ollie Stagmeyer. 6:41 to go here, first period. Jets with a 3-0 lead. One penalty so far to the Jets. Ethan Bell serving that one for roughing. And we'll have the face-off to the right of Zielkowski. Devin McBride taking a face-off for the Foxes. Chavold going to end up with it, though. Jets trying to get this one to the inside from the point. Jack Pryor taking the shot. Pad save. Covered up by Zielkowski. Not a great cover, but the officials are going to give it to him as Doris, Bell, and Nicely will head to the ice on the front end. Craven and Pryor will be in charge of the defense. Doris now to take the face off in the right circle to the left. Ziakoski having fun on this Friday afternoon here already. And as Pryor trying to drop this one deep into the zone. Picked up by Knight. Nicely taking a shot. Pad save by Ziakoski on his right side again. And the puck will land on top of the net and will come to rest. We'll get a whistle with 6:19 to go as Benson, Stagmeyer, and Black will head out offensively. It'll be Barbieri and Morrow headed to the ice on the back end. Couple of changes on the first line. As Braden LaChance, a little bumped up. Here he's doing well, though, so as we're going to get a whistle. And we're going to have a penalty coming up here, and it looks like Eddie Olander is going to head to the box. And it's going to be high sticking, I believe, is going to be the call. And for the first time today, the Canton Akron Jets will go to the power play. 90-second penalties in this tournament. So they will not have the full 2 minutes. That'll be Dab, Black, Bell, Pryor. I believe that's going to be Tyler Benson on the far side. From the right circle to the left, Ziakoski. Jets will win this one. Get it out to the blue line. Don't trickle out just a little bit too far. Pryor will take this one back out. He'll send it to Lucas Black, the senior out of West Branch High School. And try to send it back to Black, but it's going to end up in the upper left corner. Some errant passes here to start this power play for the Jets. Black now trying to send it to center. He'll get this one out to Bell. Bell feeding it to the far side to Tyler Benson. Benson into the zone. He'll have Dab down low in the slot. Back out to the blue line. Pryor dropping it back to the far side. Benson all the way across. Black takes a shot. Blocker side save by Ziakoski. Out to center now as Pryor will have to chase this down, and the Jets will have to vacate. 50 seconds remaining on the power play for the Jets. Pryor now trying to get into the zone. He'll work past Koba. And from the near side, trying to feed in the slot, was looking for Bell, but it was redirected behind the net by Dallas. From the far side, back to Dab. Dab dropping in the circle to the left. On Ziakoski. Some contact. Bell in there. And through center as Nicely will glove this one down. He'll feed this one to Dab. Dab into the zone. Takes the shot. Another blocker side save by Ziakoski. Puck floating in front of the net there. I don't think anybody saw it for a second, and the Fox will clear this one down the ice. They will actually clear the penalty as well. Back to 5-on-5. With 4:39 to go here, first period. Jets with a 3-0 lead. Stagmeyer to the zone. He's going to be hooked up, and I believe that's going to be a hooking call coming up against Pittsburgh. They will head to the box. Stagmeyer coming down the far side. And that was an easy call for the officials as Brendan Hennigan will head to the box. The Jets will go back to the power play. 4:34 to go here, first period. And again, 90-second penalties here in this tournament. It'll be Doris stepping into the right circle to the left of Ziakoski. Jets with a 3-0 lead. And Pittsburgh is looking for one more player, and the other Ziakoski will head out to the ice. Working from the far side. Stagmeyer will get to it. Drag this one along the boards to Barbieri to the near side. Nicely he'll pick it up. Contact down in the right circle. Weaver will get it, and he'll send this one out of the zone to Stagmeyer. Jets will have to vacate. They'll reset, and Merriman will get an opportunity to clear this. Weaver will pick it up in his own zone and try to find some room through center. He'll work past Ziakoski out to the far side. And out to the blue line again. Stagmeyer walking the blue line. Dropping into the right circle. He'll get it to Nicely. Nicely setting it back to the other side. Nicely set down by Weaver. Barbieri now upper right corner. Trying to find an option. Gets it back out to Stagmeyer. It'll jump over a stick and back out to center. And I believe Coach Sean Houston wants a change here. He wants a second power play unit in there with 30 seconds to go on the man advantage for the Jets. Black through center, down the near side in front of the benches, working it from the right circle. He'll get bumped off there. And he'll feed it into the slot. Came all the way around the net, but it'll be taken by Pittsburgh. They'll try to work this one through the zone. Merriman trying to kill the time off. 12 seconds left on the Jets power play. Some contact along the blue line. The Pittsburgh player will go down. Then he'll head to the bench to reconsider his life decisions. Penalty cleared here for Pittsburgh. Jets 0 for 2 on the power play. Benson into the zone. Work it to the inside. Try to backhand, and it was going to be swept away by Ziokowski and sent back out to the far side. Kept in the zone by Canton Akron. Pryor will send this one around the boards behind the net, and it'll be returned right back to him. Played off his skate by the Foxes, far side. They'll try to work into the right circle to the left of Connor Mold. Dabdo going to reach in, the much stronger player, disrupt the play. However, picked up back in the slot. And again, ripped away by Canton Akron. Ethan Bell through center, trying to get it into the Fox zone. He'll take the shot, and it's going to go off the boot of Dallas. He'll pick that boot up a little bit. Must have gone off the ankle. A shot from the circle, and can't make it through traffic by Max Morrow. Pittsburgh on the far side through center, and it'll be Morrow that will reset the Jets offense. Tried to get out to Deacon Johnson. Johnson going to be spun around, and the puck will land in the lower left corner. Morrow will try to get to it. He'll make some contact. No possession here as the puck will slide behind Connor Mold. Jets finally trying to clear this one out to the blue line, and they're going to be redirected. A shot coming from the blue line by Dallas. It'll go off the stick of the Jets netminder up into the netting. We'll get the whistle with 1:49 to go here. First period, Jets with a quick 3-0 lead. Former Youngstown Phantoms players familiar with the Foxes. They play in the Pittsburgh Amateur Hockey League. Lucas Black, Connor Mold, Will Craven, all playing in that league at one point. Puck down the near side. It's going to be Chavold into the zone. Upper right corner now, looking for an option. Johnson in the slot, waiting for the pass. Couldn't time it up. Chavold trying to hold on to it, but it's going to be taken away by Dylan Colbaugh. From the top of the slot, it's going to be a trip here as Dab will go down, and no call. Oh, we're going to get the call now. Okay. Fisher wanted to kind of digest what he saw for a moment there. Puck back out to the point. Delayed penalty coming up. 1:17 to go here, first period. Morrow with the shot. Going to go off the stick of Colbaugh, high in the air. And back to the upper right corner. Back to the slot. Dab looking for a shot. Takes it. And this one's going to go up into the netting with 1:07 to go. First period. And the Jets are going to go back to the power play. Third time today. As a tripping call. That'll send Sam Klein to the box. Face-off coming in the left circles. Mason Darros will step in this one. It'll be right to the right of Ziokowski. Nicely, Darros, Barbieri, Stagmeyer, and Weaver out. Stagmeyer can't keep it in the zone. You'll have to drag this one back out the center. Tried to backhand it, but it'll be Colbaugh that'll try to eat some time up, but Stagmeyer will come back out with it from the benches. Weaver through the zone, into the Fox zone, now to the left of Ziokowski. He'll be taken around the net. Looking for somebody in a slot. Darris there, but he'll have two black jerseys in front of him. Weaver from behind the line. Back and forth. Finds nicely. Near the blue line, feeding it back to Stagmeyer. Stagmeyer dropping it. Darris took a shot, fanned on it. He'll get a second attempt, but this one's going to go off the Pittsburgh player. And now Stagmeyer from the top of the slot takes a shot. This one will go off the other Ziokowski. 21 seconds left here, first period. 43 seconds left on the power play. Back to the left circle. Trying to feed it past Barbieri. Barbieri digging, trying to get the dirty goal. And this one going to be sent out to the right side of the net into the lower right corner. We're going to get a whistle as we have a player down, and Rossi Nicely, I believe. A little bit shaken up. He's on all fours, but he'll get himself up off the ice. With 6.9 seconds, it's going to be Colbaugh headed to the box, as well as Mason Darris. See what the officials are going to call it all the bodies coming together in there in front of the net. Our referee over here checking with head coach Sean Houston. And I believe Nicely is going to have to head to the locker room. He's got a little bit of blood, but another one of those guys tougher than a $2 steak on this roster. And we'll see what the official call is going to be as Doris headed to the box as well as Koba, I believe. And head coach Sean Houston wants to speak with the referee. And Sean Houston actually out on the ice right now. Obviously not happy. And I believe head coach Sean Houston's going to head back to assist Rossi Nicely. Officials congregating. 6.9 seconds left here, first period. 30 seconds left on the Jets power play. Mason Doris in the box. Matching penalties, actually, as I believe that's going to be Dylan Koba that went to the box as well. And there are two in the box, so maybe an unsportsmanlike coming up against Canton Akron. We're going to try to get some clarification here. And try to get you some numbers. I think the officials are just as confused as one referee in the right circle in the Fox zone talking to four Canton Akron Jet players. A linesman over at the scoring table. And the other linesman in the upper right corner. And now our referee coming over to talk to the Fox coaching staff, who by their body language is not happy with something. Almost like a legal court here. Each side getting to make their argument, and the officials now still trying to decide on who's going to do what. All right, so right now it's going to be Bell, Barbieri, Benson, Weaver out on the ice. McBride will come off the bench for Pittsburgh. And finally, we will get a whistle. We'll play hockey here for the next 6.9 seconds. So I believe it's going to be... All right, it's going to be 4-on-4 here to start. Weaver, Barbieri, Black, Benson for Canton Akron. So maybe an unsportsmanlike up against Canton Akron. Again, we didn't get a whole lot of explanation from the officials. They talked to the coaching staff, and we are back underway. Here's Weaver. We'll drag this one back into his own zone. The time will expire, and that will bring us to the end of the first period. After one, the Jets take a 3-0 lead. We will step aside for a quick timeout. You will listen to Canton Akron Jets hockey here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One network.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians.
Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpet.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today.
Someone's got to set the tone out there, boys. Someone's got to set it.
The station that sets the tone for Youngstown Phantoms hockey is Western Reserve Radio. WRDB, The Scourge.
You're listening to Canton Akron Jets hockey on the iMedia One Sports Network. All right, so after all that confusion, 14 minutes up on the board, second period here. We'll switch sides of the ice. Zielkowski in the net to our left, Mold to our right. 24 seconds left on the man advantage to Canton Akron. Or excuse me, we're going to be 4-on-4 for the next 24 seconds. Dilly and Doris in the box for Canton Akron. And we're surmising that there was a bench penalty as head coach Sean Houston was on the ice. Again, a guess because our officials talked to the staff, but an icing coming up against Pittsburgh. I believe the Arctic Fox is not realizing that they're even right now. We're 4-on-4 for the next 16 seconds. And I believe that Canton Akron will go to the power play for 1 minute. No, I take that back. Pittsburgh will go for 1 minute. The officials have this a little bit confused here. All right. Anyway, face-off in the left circle. Pryor from the blue line taking a shot. Redirected off the stick of Benson into the glass. He'll take it in the upper left corner as Lucas Black will come in to back him up. Trying to get it to Benson. Benson working around the net to the right of Zielkowski. Trying to feed it in the slot. Looking for the bounce. Went off the glove of a Fox player into the lower left corner. Working from the right shoulder of Zielkowski behind the goal line. He'll take the shot. Blocker side save. I don't even know if you saw that one, but Benson now backhand this one to Black. Black working back and forth. He'll have two black jerseys surrounding him. Black will come out, and Benson's going to be tripped up. No call. Didn't have the puck. Oh, we're going to get a whistle now. And is that the net that came off its mooring? So we will get a clock stoppage with 13:12 to go here in the second period. Jets with a 3-0 lead. Jets jumped out quickly. Less than a minute in the game with their first goal. And it is mass chaos right now. There's just players everywhere. All right. So Pittsburgh looks like they will go to the power play for the next 36 seconds. Face off in the left circle. And Pittsburgh trying to get it through the zone. Bell disrupting it. Hennigan sending this one down to the left of Mold. He'll sweep this one away into the lower right corner very casually. And the Jets clearing this one the length of the ice. Zielkowski calling for an icing, but not realizing you're on the power play. 15 seconds to go here. Man advantage for Pittsburgh, working into the slot. And the puck in the lower left corner. And back out to center. Dilly back on the ice. He'll come back out as the penalty clears. Looks like we're back to 5-on-5 here as Sebastian Dabb now in the left circle trying to take the shot. It'll bounce around right in front of Zielkowski. He'll put the glove on it. And we'll get a stoppage with 12:20 left here, second period. We are finally back to looking like regular hockey here. Draw to come to the right of Zielkowski. Sebastian Dabb will step into the circle for Canton Akron. Deacon Johnson, Weaver, Balestrino. Trying to work out. He'll take a shot. Pad save. Covered up by Zielkowski. 12:14 to go here, second period. And Coach Sean Houston back on the bench. And we're going to get a quick whistle with 12:10 to go here in the second period. Face off in the left circle to the right of Zielkowski. Sebastian Dabb will take this one for Canton Akron. Weaver and Balestrino out at the blue line. They'll wait for it. And we'll get a whistle. And we're going to try it again as they'll drop this one. And Chabot will come in. Possession by Canton Akron. They'll work from the near side. Deacon Johnson stepping in there. Puck came loose. Chabot couldn't handle it, and he'll send this one back out to center. Chabot back into the zone as the Jets cleared from the left circle, working to the right side of Zielkowski. Couldn't get anything done with that. Weaver now taking a shot right into the chest of Colin Zielkowski. And the clock will stop with 11:48 to go here, second period. Jets lead 3-0. They'll go for a change. Pryor, Craven, Black, Stagmeyer, and Benson on the ice for Canton Akron. Face-off in the left circle. We'll take this one against Hennigan. He'll sell out to the far side. Pryor keeping it in the zone. And Pittsburgh will bump him off of the puck. Send it back through center. Craven trying to take the angle away. Puck came loose and Mold came out the plate. Sent it back out to center. Craven trying to send it back out to center. He'll get to Benson. Benson sweeping it around to Stagmeyer. Stagmeyer into the Pittsburgh zone. Trying to take a shot. He'll be twisted, turned around, and knocked down. And Craven will come in and keep this one in the zone. He'll put it back behind the goal line where Lucas Black waits for it, but it'll be Zielkowski again through center. He has 3 white jerseys in front of him. He'll take a soft shot there, and it will go to the right of Mold. Jack Pryor coming in to play it from behind the net. He'll get out to Hennigan. Hennigan taking a shot, and it's going to be redirected into the net. With 11 minutes left here, and the Jets with a 3-1 lead. Pittsburgh gets on the board. And I'm not sure who will get the credit for that, if it's going to be Hennigan or Zielkowski. I'm not sure if this is going to be a second Zielkowski. He's not on the roster. Maybe he's wearing that jersey. Mason Doris at center to take the face-off. Alex Sakoa will take this one for Pittsburgh. Foxes win this one cleanly. They'll take this down the far side. Dallas going to take a bump from Barbieri. Barbieri working from behind the goal line. He'll work behind Connor Mold. Pittsburgh from the circle, taking a shot, stopped by the Jets netminder with 10:44 to go here. Second period, Jets with a 3-1 lead. Oh, we'll take the face-off for Pittsburgh to the right of Connor Mold. Mason Dar is taking it for the Jets. And Marl sweeping this one around to the far side to Dilly. He won't be able to handle it. Ethan Bell, though, will pick it up and drift back through center. He'll take the shot from the left side of Zielkowski, who will hold on to it. And we'll get a whistle with 10:33 to go here, second period. Balestrino, Weaver, Deacon Johnson, nicely. And Thor Schavold on the ice. Offensive zone draw for the Jets. Pittsburgh had the puck for a second, though. Deacon Johnson reaching in there, but Dallas will pick it up for Pittsburgh behind the net of Zielkowski. He'll get bumped off of it in the left circle. And Pittsburgh again with possession. Trying to get through center under all kinds of pressure as Broski tried to push it through. And finally, he will get into the zone, and we're going to have a penalty coming up against Gage Weaver. And it's going to be a hooking call. Excuse me, it's going to be Deacon Johnson with the penalty. He'll head to the box. 10:10 to go here, second period. Pittsburgh going to the power play. Craven, Black, Stagmeyer, and Pryor will be your penalty kill unit for Canton Akron. And the referee coming over to the bench. And we're going to have, I believe, an unsportsmanlike coming up. Okay, no, excuse me. They're sending Mason Doris to the box to serve penalty for Deacon Johnson. So this is going to be an unsportsmanlike. They got a 90-second penalty up on the board. As Lucas Black speaking with the referee on the far side. 10:10 to go here, second period. Penalties galore here, but Jets with a 3-1 lead. All right, so so a double minor coming up against Canton Akron. It'll be Deacon Johnson and Mason Doris in the box. As this will be a 5-on-3, Stagmeyer will head back to the bench. Alex Okoa going to take the face-off against Lucas Black. He'll be in the left circle to the right of Connor Mold. So 2 90-second penalties. Good to see Coach Sean Houston with kind of a chuckle here, so can't be happy with the penalties as Craven will try to send this one to the far side. Pittsburgh, though, with possession. Upper right corner, back out to the point. They'll feed it down in the lower right corner at the line, but they'll send it all the way to the far side. Get this out to Olander. Trying to work it around the perimeter is Pittsburgh. Klein from the right circle. Can't hold on to it. Lucas Black trying to clear it, and he'll pitchfork this all the way down behind the goal line. Beyond Ziokowski. As Pittsburgh will have a man advantage for the next 54 seconds. Back through center. As Klein now down the right side. Excuse me, that'll be McBride. Taking it all the way around the perimeter. Back out to the blue line to Eddie Olander. Olander walking the blue line. He'll take the shot, and it's going to be redirected and stopped by Connor Mold. About a 2-foot shot stopped by the Jets netminder. 25 seconds left on the penalty. Craven in the circle, trying to take away the path. Pryor stepping in, and it'll be cleared by Lucas Black all the way down to the other end. 15 seconds to go on the Pittsburgh power play. Craven, Pryor, Stagmeyer, the 3-man unit out there for Canton Akron. 8:44 to go here, second period. Pittsburgh working from the far side. Left circle. Tries to take a shot. Going to go off of Ollie Stagmeyer and into the near side. Lower right corner here. Contact there as Mason Doris comes in with the shoulder. Stagmeyer feed it out to the far side. Gets it to Deacon Johnson. All penalties cleared. We're back to 5-on-5. Stagmeyer waiting for the feed. Johnson couldn't get it there in time. Doris gets it this time. And Mason Doris with his second goal of the day increases the Jets' lead to 4-1. 8:20 to go here, second period. After clearing all penalties, the Jets so Mason Doris, Deacon Johnson serving the penalties, come off the bench, and Doris gets the feed from Deacon Johnson. So just like I'm sure the coaching staff designed, as they're now working back through center. Barbieri trying to chase this one back in his own defensive zone. He'll get some pressure from Dylan Coba. And back out the center. Tyler Benson there. He'll battle Dallas for it. Far side here. Black going to lose a stick. He'll recover. Puck in the upper left corner now. Tyler Broski sending it around the boards to the near side. Wyatt Dilly trying to feed this one into the slot, but Coba stepping in. He'll get the puck back. And Dallas, though, will work from behind his own net as he will send this one back out through center. Icing coming up against Pittsburgh. 7:27 to go here, second period. Jets with a 4-1 lead. Game one of a 4-game schedule here for the Canton Akron Jets. They will be back in action tomorrow. As we will bring this puck all the way back to our left. Pittsburgh working left to right. Canton Akron working right to left. Doris in the circle. From behind the net, Bell working from the upper left corner. Trying to feed it to Doris. A couple of Fox players there, though, feeding it back into the slot. Dilly trying to redirect from the left circle. Couldn't connect on it. From the near side, Balistrino going to keep it into the zone. He'll drop this one down low. Work from in front of the net now is Dilly. Trying to feed it to Doris. Doris looking for the hat trick. Couldn't get to it. Down in the lower right corner now. Puck will sail all the way down behind Connor Mold. And it'll be Weaver trying to work in there, but Fox is going to hold on to this one near side. And it'll be cleared out just far enough where the Fox will have to clear. Actually, we're going to get an offside call coming up against against Pittsburgh. And Broski looks like he's going to head to the box. Took a little bit of a late shot on Wyatt Dilley. I'm not sure Dilley was amused by that one. Jets back in action tomorrow. They'll take on the Lake Flyers, 2:50. And they'll have their second of 2 games tomorrow against the Allegheny Badgers. That will come at 9:10 tomorrow night. You can pick us up right after the Youngstown Phantoms games. The Phantoms host a 3-game series with the Muskegon Lumberjacks. We'll talk about that coming up as well. The face-off just outside the Jets' defensive zone. Kobach trying to win this one. Now being redirected back out to center. And we're going to get an offside call against Canton Akron. We'll pull this one just outside of the Pittsburgh zone. 6:31 to go here, second period. Jets with a 4-1 lead. Thank you for tuning in. If you're trying to sneak in a game at work, Craven and Pryor, the defensemen. Chavold, Dab, and Johnson out for Canton Akron. Chavold trying to get this one into the Fox zone. He'll finally drop it out and have it returned back out to center. McBride spinning around, trying to clear it. He'll try to get it away from the Canton Akron bench. And Deacon Johnson coming in, putting a body on Merriman. As the puck will sail to the far side, Deacon Johnson will get it. And are they going to call Deacon Johnson for that? That's going to be a roughing call coming up against Johnson. Thought they were going to let that one go. And are they calling that head contact? Could be. 6:10 to go here, second period. And the official went over to try to explain to Deacon Johnson, kind of shrugged his shoulder like, hey, buddy, I don't know what to tell you. And a little bit of a smile as Canton Akron will go to the penalty kill. Stagmeyer, Black, Craven, and Pryor will be the 4-man unit. Face off to the left of Connor Mold. Excuse me, in the left circle to the right of Connor Mold. Black to clear this one. Out past the red line. Olander sending this one to the near side, redirected by Black. Black going to drop it down deep into the Fox zone to the low left corner. Contact from behind. As the puck sails back out. Black coming in, putting a shot on Luke Merriman. And Stagmeyer trying to work it in, was looking for a shorthanded goal. And it'll be Pittsburgh on the rush. 2-on-2 coming into the zone. They'll work through the left circle, and the puck knocked off the stick of Olander by Pryor. And the Jets will clear this one the length of the ice from right to left. 5:30 to go here, second period. Jets with a 4-1 lead. Jets trying to kill off this penalty. 45 seconds left on the man advantage of Pittsburgh. And we'll get an icing call coming up against Pittsburgh. Roll this one all the way back to our left. In the left circle, be the right to the right of Colin Ziokowski. Tyler Benson stepping in the circle for the draw for Canton Akron. Morrow and Barbieri defensively out at the blue line. Benson stepping in. He'll win this one clean. Feeds it to Bell. Bell takes a shot redirected into the upper left corner. Puck loose here. We got 30 seconds left on the power play for Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh headed the other way, though. Some contact. That also go down. No call, and the Jets will clear this one down the length of the ice. Come out to be played by Ziokowski as Black was trying to sneak in there. Excuse me, that was Benson trying to sneak in. And now the puck from center sent down to the left of Ziokowski. Benson trying to feed it across, took an odd bounce. One of those moments took Pittsburgh's breath away. And they'll clear this one down the length of the ice as we get back to 5-on-5. Pittsburgh into the zone, though. Trying to look for the backhand. Feed it across the face of Connor Mold, sending it to the lower right corner. And back out to center, where Dallas will swing this one around. Koba now trying to work it from his own defensive zone. Got it out to Hennigan, but intercepted by Canton Akron. Back into the zone now. 2-on-1 developing. Mason Doris looking for his third goal, but couldn't control the puck. And this one will be cleared out, and Chavold keeping it in the zone. but ultimately redirected back out to the red line. Max Morrow back into the zone. He'll be backed up by Dab. Dab looking to take the shot off the trapper of Ziokowski into the upper left corner, into the slot, and Sebastian Dab with the goal. About an 8-foot shot in front of Ziokowski. The Jets take a 5-1 lead here. Second period, 3:39 to go. Beautiful feed from behind the net to Sebastian Dab, who was waiting. And slid that one right past Ziokowski. Not much he could do about that one. Youngstown Phantoms will be in action tonight. 6:45 airtime, 7:05 puck drop as they will host the Muskegon Lumberjacks. Youngstown Phantoms holding the number 1 position in the Eastern Conference of the USHL. Great seats still available. 330-747-PUCK, 747-7825. Or, of course, you can listen to all the action here on Western Reserve Radio with the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack, and engineer extraordinaire Dave Ferris. From the far left corner now, Jets working there. Black taking a shot, going to go wide left of the cage. Weaver walking the blue line, send it down into the slot. Stagmeyer with the shot, spun around, but it's going to go off of the boot of Eddie Olander. No work from behind the net. Jets working the lower left corner. Tyler Benson trying to feed it over to Black. Black couldn't connect on the pass, and now it'll be kept in by Stagmeyer, swept out by Pittsburgh, and we're going to get a high sticking. And they're going to send Lucas Black to the box for high sticking, and the Jets will go back to the penalty kill. Nothing else. Plenty of special teams work for the number 1 ranked team in the state of Ohio. Balestrino, Craven, Pryor, and Bell. And now Balestrino is going to head to the box after some discussion. All right, they're going to have matching penalties as they're also going to send a Pittsburgh player, trying to get a number on him. These numbers are a little hard to see. And, okay, Eddie Olander going to head to the box. All right, so here we go again, trying to clear up all the penalties. As the officials we'll give them some credit and try to say they're trying to keep control of this one as it gets out of hand. Canton Akron with a 5-1 lead, 2:52 to go here, third period. And the official, again, speaking with head coach Sean Houston. Bell, Craven, Weaver, I believe that, well, is that going to be Pryor? And that might be Deacon Johnson. Face off in the left circle to the right of Connor Mold. So matching penalties on the second call. High sticking against the Canton Akron Jets. And it will be 5-on-4 for the next 90 seconds. 2:46 to go here, second period. From behind the net. Ziokowski will lose the puck. Canton Akron trying to work past, couldn't get to it in time, and picked up by Alex Sakoa. Pittsburgh through center. Sakoa trying to get into the Jet zone. Craven in front of him. They'll work to the left of Connor Mold. Try to work it all the way around to the far side. Sakoa back out to the far point. Takes a shot. Going to go off the boot of Deacon Johnson. Shot through center. And the puck redirected lower right corner. Ethan Bell there. He'll bank this one off the boards, and it will sail past Dylan Cobot and down in the lower left corner. Come out to be played by Ziokowski. Deacon Johnson, though, trying to put some pressure on Pittsburgh now through center. Trying to get a rush, and Ethan Bell coming in to disrupt it as Ziokowski will get into the zone and send it to the near side to Cobot. Cobot from the right circle, drifting back to the blue line. He'll send it D to D. They'll try to take a shot. Puck loose in there, and stopped by Connor Mold, moving right to left. And I don't know how he saw it. I don't know how he got to it. But again, the in-house felon steals one with 28 seconds left on the man advantage to Pittsburgh. Face off in the right circle. As Stagmeyer will take this one against Merriman. Or excuse me, Hennigan. That'll be Brendan Hennigan. Referee over here talking to head coach Sean Houston. They spent a lot of time together in this game here so far. 1:49 to go here, second period. And while I'm sure head coach Sean Houston not happy about the penalties, seems to not be too stressed out with a 5-1 lead. Merriman against the board, trying to get it into the zone. Howard Morrow from behind the net will send this back out to the point. Past Benson and down to Ziakoski, who will come out to play it. He'll send this one, he'll get it to Stagmeyer. Stagmeyer working to the inside, takes a shot, couldn't get all of it. Back into the slot, and Hennigan now with the puck. Try to clear it out. 2-on-1 developing for Pittsburgh as they'll try to feed Dallas. Dallas trying to take the shot, and another steal by Connor Mold. He again moving from right to left. Looking better than an MLB catcher. We'll have 1:08 to go here, second period. Jets with a 5-1 lead. Face off in the right circle. Brendan Hennigan taking it for Pittsburgh. Swept out to center where Klein will chase this one down for the Arctic Foxes. Off the far board. As Luke Merriman trying to work it into the zone. He'll get held up and the puck will sail around the Weaver. Weaver will work from behind the net and back out to center. Jets through the neutral zone, near side, Sebastian Dabb feeding it to Doris. Doris looking for number 3, but it's going to be swallowed up by Ziakoski. And we'll get a whistle with 43.8 seconds left here, second period. Jets lead by a score of 5-1. Benson, Black, Stagmeyer on the ice for Canton Akron. Weaver and Balestrino will be at the Jets defensive side. Stagmeyer in the left circle. Taking the draw for Canton Akron. He'll knock this one towards Ziakoski off the face-off. Ziakoski will set the trapper on it, and we'll have 42 seconds left here in the second period. Face-off against it in the left circle. Shot from the blue line by Balestrino, redirected down to the near side. Stagmeyer looking for somebody to feed. He'll have it taken away by Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh sending it to the far side and through center. Send it in the lower right corner, work it to the left of Mold. 21 seconds left here, first period, as the puck will head all the way down behind the net of Ziakoski. He'll come out to play it. And Stagmeyer again trying to sneak in there. But Ziakoski got a little help from Olander, who took the path away. Working from Ziakoski's left side. Trying to sneak in to poke that one in. Balestrino, Stagmeyer, Black, Benson, and Weaver to finish this period off with 15 seconds left as Black will take the face-off. He'll win this one, send it out to Balestrino. Balestrino taking a shot, trying to work it through traffic. Puck loose in front of her, it's going to be covered up. And Ziakoski going to take a little swing at Stagmeyer. We'll see if they're going to call that. 6.3 seconds to go here. And I believe the referee is going to let that one go. Oh, no, they're not going to let that one go. Referee now over here talking to the Pittsburgh coaching staff, and a chuckle coming from the coaching staff. 6.3 seconds to go here. Jets with a 5-1 lead. Second period action here from the Chiller Ice Arena in Dublin, Ohio. Game 1 of a 4-game series this weekend for the Canton Akron Jets. Jets hockey right now. It'll be Phantoms hockey coming up at 7:05. All right, so Ziakoski is going to be assessed and unsportsmanlike. And I believe that's going to be Alex Okoa. Might be mispronouncing that. Okoka, excuse me. He'll head to the box to serve the penalty for Colin Ziakoski. Frustrating day here for that young man so far, down 5-1. Lucas Black stepping into the right circle to take the face-off to the left of Ziakoski. 6.3 seconds left here, second period. 90-second penalty assessed to the goalie. As Pittsburgh tried to sneak one player in there, tried to go 5-on-5. Didn't work. You ain't cheating, you ain't trying, I guess. Black in the circle. Koski thrown out of the circle. Devin McBride will step in to take the draw for Pittsburgh. Lucas Black for Canton Akron. And the officials with a slightly dramatic pause. Now Black will be thrown out of the circle. Stagmeyer will step in to replace him. Face-off. Finally, Tyler Benson come in right off the face-off. Took the shot. Went wide of the cage. And that will bring us to the end of the second period here in Dublin, Ohio. After two, the Jets take a 5-1 lead. They'll start the third period with 1:24 left on the Jets' power play. We're going to step aside for a timeout. We come back. We'll catch you up on some of the numbers. Get you ready for third period action here from the Chiller Ice Rink in Dublin, Ohio. You are listening to Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One network. Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com.
The stations that are always ahead of the game. Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast. Youngstown, Ohio.
You're listening to Canton Akron Jets hockey on the iMedia One Sports Network.
Third period action coming up here. All kinds of stats going on. Jets will start off on the power play. 1:24 to go here. Second period, Doris and Dab both adding goals for the Canton Akron Jets to give them the 5-1 lead. As we're running out of paper here. We shall never run out of paper. The officials apparently strictly enforcing these penalties. Is Connor Mold will be in the net to our left now. Colin Zielkowski will be in the net to our right. 14 minutes up on the board. Final period here, game number one. Jets with a 5-1 lead. Black, Weaver, Barbieri, and Stagmeyer. And for some reason, we only have four, and we need a fifth player, guys. There you go. Mason Doris will join them. As Black will take the face-off against Dylan Koba. Jets will win this one cleanly. They're back in their own defensive zone, and Weaver will bring it through center. That center is the logo of the NHL's Columbus Blue Jackets. As Weaver trying to take a sharp angle shot, redirected. Doris now feed it back to him to the far right corner. Back to Doris, to Zielkowski's left. Tried to feed it to Stagmeyer. It'll jump over his stick. And Weaver now will go D to D to Lucas Black. 55 seconds left on the man advantage. Back out to Weaver at the blue line. He'll send it across. Was intended to get to Stagmeyer. Stagmeyer had to chase it down. And he'll work it from the left circle. To the right of Zielkowski. Doris taking a shot. And it's going to go off the body of a Pittsburgh player. And back out to the blue line. Weaver doing a good job keeping it in. And going to be taken away by Pittsburgh. Dylan Koba with an opportunity. He'll take the shot and he'll bury it. In the lower left corner to the right side of Connor Mold. 5-2 is your score. 13:06 to go here in the third period. Pittsburgh with the shorthanded goal. On the errant pass, that's Craven, Pryor, Dabb, Bell, and Benson. We'll head out. Dabb taking the face-off at center against Koba. Canton Akron win this one. Craven going to drop this one to Pryor. Pryor from the far side, setting it through center, gets it to the far side. Benson backhanding this one down to the right of Zielkowski. Closest 1-2 to be Eddie Olander for Pittsburgh. They'll work from the near side now. Puck loose. Raven waiting out at the blue line for the pass. He and Pryor walking the blue line. Black coming here in the puck. Will slide all the way down. As is there a penalty coming up? Looks like we have a delayed penalty coming up because Connor Mold, I believe, head to the box. Didn't see the call on that. 12:23 to go here. Benson into the zone, working down the near side to the left of Zukoski. Working from behind the net. He'll be held up, and we're going to get a whistle finally as Benson's going to be thrown down on his back as the linemen will step in. 12:16 to go here, third period. And penalty coming up against Pittsburgh. Connor Mold will head back to the net. And Olander will head to the box for Pittsburgh. Canton Akron will go to the power play. 5-2 is your score. Jets with the lead. A 3-minute penalty, so a double minor coming up against Olander. So the initial penalty against Olander, and he will pick up the second one as well. I believe that's going to be a roughing call as Tyler Benson went down on his back. So Black, Stagmeyer, Benson, Morrow, and Barbieri will be the power play unit for Canton Akron. Right defensive zone draw in the right circle for Lucas Black. All right, so 3 minutes up on the board. Canton Akron will head to the power play. A ton of penalties in this game. All right, so Lucas Black in the circle. I believe he's going to take this one against Koba. Canton Akron wins one. Stagmeyer sending it out to Morrow. Morrow walking the blue line back into the right circle. Back out to the blue line for Barbieri. Barbieri working down the near board to the left of Zukoski. And he'll have the puck poked off his stick, but picked up by Stagmeyer. Stagmeyer back and forth in the lower right corner. Gets it out to Barbieri. Barbieri feeding Benson. Benson taking a nice shot. A good look as Canton Akron working in front of the net. Barbieri stepping up, high slot, takes a shot, and it's still loose. And Pittsburgh with an opportunity to clear, but Black and Benson keep it in. Black went to take a shot, and it's going to be poked off his stick, taken by Pittsburgh. Luke Merriman chipping this one down through the zone, but Max Morrow going to pick it up immediately, bring it back through center, and back into the Pittsburgh zone. Working from the right side of Zukoski, takes a shot off the post in the glass. Lower right corner for Canton Akron, and it's going to be swept out of the zone by Koba. Connor Mold will come out to play it. He'll set it up for Stagmeyer behind the net. Back out the center, Tyler Benson into the zone. Now at Black to his right. Couldn't get past the co-op. Back out to the blue line. Barbieri with a shot. And it's going to go high up into the glass as we're going to get a whistle, and we're going to get a slashing call coming up. And they're going to call it against Zukoski. All right. So 21 seconds left on the initial double minor. They'll put another in. Bergwin will head to the net. Zukoski's going to head to the bench. I don't know if he was ejected or if the coach's staff made the decision. But either way, Ollie Bergwin, wearing number 79, will head to the net. 11:06 to go here, third period, in what has become a, well, you can call it interesting or crazy. Pick your, pick your adjective. 21 seconds left on the initial penalty to Pittsburgh. Another 90 up on there as well. 11:06 to go here, third period. Jets with a 5-2 lead. Cobot will head to the box for Pittsburgh. And the players have become as bored as anybody as they stand out there and talk amongst themselves as the Arctic Foxes in Canton Akron Jets kind of just get together and talking about some of the local cuisine, I guess. 5-2 is the score. Jets with the lead. 11:06 to go here, third period. And these officials, they've really read the rule book. They're deep into this one. Maybe they're working on commission. All right, so I believe it's going to be a 5-on-3 coming up for Canton Akron. They'll drop this one in the right circle. It'll be to the left of Bergwin now. 2 jerseys out there with the name Dallas on it, 21-16. And also, Tyler Broski, wearing number 11, will be the PK unit for the Arctic Foxes. The referee trying to clear up some things for the score table. I'm sure they're confused by now. Kalen is now claiming carpal tunnel syndrome and may be heading for a workman's comp claim. All right, so break continues here. We're going to step aside for a timeout. You are listening to Canton Akron Jets Hockey here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One Network.
Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley.
The stations that always keep you in the zone.
I love it.
It's awesome.
Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast, Youngstown, Ohio.
Canton Akron on the power play. Barbieri sending this to the far side. Black from the upper right corner. Back out to Morrow. Morrow, D to Barbieri. Into the lower side to the left of Bergwin. Sending it back out. Black on his knees. Will send this back out to Morrow at the blue line. Barbieri to the near side. Feeding into the slot. Redirected and sent back out to center. Barbieri going to beat Olander there. And he'll bring this one back to the neutral zone. Far side now. Dallas in front of him. Both Dallases. Black from the high slot. Taking the shot and stopped by Bergwin. Went back out to the blue line with Morrow. We'll set this up. Morrow rotating down low. Takes a shot. Blocker side save. And we're going to get a whistle. And I have no idea what the whistle was for. The net wasn't off. Now the linesman over there talking. There's some confusion on whether this should be 5-on-4 or 5-on-3. 10:21 to go here, third period. Jets with a 5-2 lead. 45 seconds left on the initial penalty to Pittsburgh. 1:05 left on the secondary penalty. As there's been a huge delay in this game because of penalties. The linesman and the referee speaking with the coaching staff from Pittsburgh. 5-2 is the score. I believe I heard the referee say that's on us. Let's see if we can get a word in edgewise here. Okay, so now the referee giving Sean Houston an explanation. 5-on-3 is now going to be the call for Canton Akron. 45 seconds again left on the initial penalty. 1:05 left on the secondary for Pittsburgh. 10:21 to go here, third period. Jets with a 5-2 lead. Stagmeyer to take the draw for Canton Akron. He'll feed this one back to Barbieri. Barbieri in the near point, sending it D to D. In the circle, Morrow dropping it down low to the right of Bergwin. Out to the left side now. Trying to feed it the slot to Doris, and high up in the air and sent out to the neutral zone where Max Morrow will pick this one up, bring it back into the Pittsburgh zone. He'll stop to the lower right of Bergwin, excuse me. Stagmeyer now working to the inside, looking for Doris, and the puck sent back out to Max Morrow at the blue line. Morrow from the circle, trying to take a shot, wide left, and it'll settle down behind the cage where Stagmeyer will try to feed it back to Doris. Went off to Doris' stick. Morrow couldn't get to it in time, and the puck will trickle back into the Jets' defensive zone. Morrow through center again, around Black. Working through the right circle to the left of Bergwijn. He'll be chased down by Dowles. Far right corner now. He'll attempt to feed this over to Stagmeyer. Stagmeyer couldn't catch it on the run. He'll get this to Barbieri. Barbieri drifted back out to center. Try to get it down low. He'll send it around the boards to the far right corner. And Pittsburgh will send this one back out to center, where Barbieri will again attempt to set up the power play for Canton Akron. Black into the zone. We're 5-on-4 for the next minute. 9:05 to go here, third period. Jets with a 5-2 lead. Connor Mold sending this one down through center. Alex. Siaka? I don't know. Anyway, puck sailing down through the zone as Broski will swing around and send this one out to center. Stagmeyer will pick it up at the red line. He'll drift back and feed it to Morrow on the near side in front of the Pittsburgh bench. Morrow into the Pittsburgh zone now, trying to work around the circle. Well, the puck swept away by Eddie Olander. Back out to center. Stagmeyer spinning around, looking for the puck. Black keeping it into the zone, though. Lower right corner is Morrow. Looking to feed this one in. He'll take the back shot himself. And it'll be redirected lower right corner. Pittsburgh with possession now is Broski trying to get it out of the zone through center. But Morrow waiting for it back in his own defensive zone. Garth sending it far side to Barbieri. Barbieri trying to work it past Broski. And now we're going to clear all penalties here with 8:03 to go here, third period. Shot on goal from the far side. Redirected by Mold in the lower left corner. Barbieri from the far side. Trying to work off the hit of Hennigan. And it'll be Dab. Now into the zone. Feeding it low, getting it to Deacon Johnson. Johnson trying to feed it back to Dab in the slot, but it'll bounce to Barbieri. Barbieri taking a shot. The puck will bounce all the way around and take a left turn in front of the net. On the high slot, Deacon Johnson feeding it back out to Barbieri. He'll try it again. Chabot from the upper right corner, looking for an option. He'll backhand this one around. It'll be Klein that'll pick it up for Pittsburgh. However, Klein will be chased down by the other 19, Deacon Johnson. Back out to center. There's Dab. Trying to get it back in his zone, working past Hennigan, gets it to Chabot. Back to the far side. And we're going to have an offside coming up against Canton Akron. 7:07 to go here, third period. Somewhat of a sloppy game here. Started out very crisp in the first period for Canton Akron. They took a quick 3-0 lead, however. 5-2 is your score now. Jets with the lead. Here, third period, game one of the weekend, 7:07 to go. The Jets will be off the rest of the day. They will be back in action tomorrow afternoon. This draw will come just outside the Fox's zone. Jets with possession. Bell taking a shot wide left of Bergwijn. Puck working its way all the way down to the left here. Mold looking for an icing call, but Wyatt Dilly trying to send it along the boards, was picked up by Pittsburgh. And then bounced around to the near side where Ethan Bell had it for a moment, feed it to Wyatt Dilly. Dilly working in the right circle, working around the back. It's fine. We'll try to send this one to the lower right corner. Dilly waiting in the high slot. Was fed, but couldn't connect on the pass in front of Bergwijn. Far right corner. Doris in there. Weaver now taking a shot from the circle and a glove save by Collie Bergwijn. Jets back in action tomorrow at 2:50 in the afternoon as they will take on the Lake Flyers. And then back in action tomorrow night at 9:10 as they will take on the Allegheny Badgers. The schedule actually works out very well as we'll be able to give you hockey action all day long between the Jets and the Phantoms. 6:15 to go here, third period. Pittsburgh trying to clear this one out to center. And Jack Pryor now will redirect this one through center, off the stick of Benson, back to Pryor, and now Pittsburgh trying to take the puck away. Klein there, Craven stepping in, sweeps around, and the puck will be taken by Lucas Black. He'll get it to the far side, trying to work around the officials as Klein for Pittsburgh. Got it to Kobach. Kobach swinging around, and he'll send it down towards the direction of Connor Mold, who will set it up for Jack Pryor. He'll get it to Black. Get it out to Stagmeyer. Stagmeyer feeding it to Benson across ice on the far side. from the left circle. Benson trying to feed Black. Puck going to bounce around. And Pittsburgh will have possession. They will pitchfork this one down. Craven will try to chase it down. And he'll pick it up from the high slot, getting back out to the far side to Benson. Benson will have it taken away by Koba. And Jack Pryor reaching in there and shot by Koba. Stopped by Connor Mold and covered up. With 5:14 to go, third period. Craven and Koba exchanging pleasantries. And the Jets still have a 5-2 lead here. Game one of the weekend. Defensive zone draw for the Jets. The left circles be the right to Connor Mold. Hennigan taking it for Pittsburgh. Take this one against Sebastian Dabb. Work from behind the goal line now. No possession. Puck bouncing around out towards center. Pittsburgh trying to keep it in. Chavold was trying to reach for it. And now Dallas will take a shot from the blue line. Stopped by Mold. Back out to Dabb. Dabb tapping this one back out to the far side to himself. And working to the right side of Bergwin. Takes a shot off the chest of the Arctic Fox netminder. And Morrow will set it down to the right of Bergwin, out in the slot. Chavold looking for the redirect, could not get to it. Lower right side for Chavold. Looking for an option, gets it back out to Barbieri. Barbieri taking a shot, blocker side saved by Bergwin. They'll try to clear it out. It'll pass Morrow and head out to the neutral zone. Hennigan now to the left of Mold. Feed it over to Dallas. Couldn't connect on the pass. And Barbieri going to send this one back out to the boards, where he'll take it himself, trying to work past the defense of Broski. Upper right corner now. Dallas will lose the puck. Jets with a shot on net. And redirected all the way down to the right of Connor Mold. Icing coming up against the Pittsburgh Arctic Foxes. 4:03 to go here, third period. Jets with a 5-2 lead. We have a two-page penalty report coming up. Dilly, Doris, Bell, Weaver, and Balestrino on the ice for Canton Akron. Face off in the left circle to the right of Bergwin. Referee again over talking to head coach Sean Houston. Doris for the draw. Step it in, gets the angle, and trying to get a shot off, but McBride will feed this one to the far side. Couldn't connect on the pass. Dilly has Doris in front of the net. From the right side, takes a shot, stopped by Bergwin. Had Doris sitting there as an option, but shot it right into the glove of Collie Bergwin. Stagmeyer, Benson, Black, Craven, and Pryor will return to the ice for Canton Akron. 3:50 to go here, game one. Black to take the face-off in the left circle. He'll win this one cleanly, get it out to Craven. Craven taking a sweeping shot. Gonna go wide right of the cage. Lower right corner for Canton Akron, trying to feed it back into the slot. Black there. He can't get to the puck. Pittsburgh now will clear it out of the zone. Black, though, gonna pick his pocket. And from the right side of Bergwin, trying to work in and trying to get the Stagmeyer. Stagmeyer fanned on the shot. Back into the slot, looking for Stagmeyer again, looking for an opportunity. Try to feed it out to Craven, but is redirected out to center, where Pryor will bounce this one off the boards in front of the Pittsburgh bench. Lower right corner now, back through center. Arctic Foxes with possession. Kobach trying to get through there. Three white jerseys around him, not much to do there. McBride trying to back him up, and we'll get an offside call as McBride brought it into the zone. Kobach couldn't get out in time, and we'll have 3:08 to go in the third period. Jets 5, Arctic Foxes 2. And Akron preparing for the Ohio Buckeye Cup. Arctic Foxes playing out of the Pittsburgh Amateur Hockey League. Now as Klein will chase this one down behind the net of Bergwin. Johnson from the lower right corner. Sending it around the back of the net, trying to feed it out to the slot. Chavold trying to swing around. He'll send this back out to Barbieri. Barbieri working down the near boards. The puck will be poked off his stick. Couldn't be kept in by Chavold. Chavold now will send this one down to the right of Bergwin. Pittsburgh with possession, trying to get it out to center. Redirected by Kobach. Kobach couldn't hold on to it. Pittsburgh, though, will have possession. Jets Still trying to keep it in the Pittsburgh zone, working from the left side. As Morrow will keep it in. He'll have the puck poked off a stick by Merriman. He'll send it back out to center where Chavold will get it back to Johnson. Johnson banking this one off the far board behind the goal line to the right. Bergwin looking for somebody in the slot there. Head dab there. Rebound shot by Chavold, but couldn't get it to go. Lower left side, Kobach working one-on-one against Barbieri. He'll go left to right, takes the shot, and this one will hit the Jets netminder right in the chest. I can't say that Connor Mold he's faced very many shots today. "26 shots. I didn't think it was going to be that many, but puck sailing back out to center. Dallas trying to feed it over to the other Dallas. 16-21, that is. Back to the far side. Hennigan trying to take a sharp angle shot. Couldn't get to it. Wyatt Dilly now in possession. He'll get through the neutral zone and chip this one down to the right of Bergwin. 1:38 to go here in the game. Jets with a 5-2 lead. And the puck will sail all the way down. Should be icing coming up against Pittsburgh. 93 seconds left here in the game. Jets with a 5-2 lead. Black stepping in the circle, trying to finish this one off here. So have the offensive zone draw for the Jets. Pittsburgh will win this one cleanly. They'll bring it through center to the near side. Siaka taking the shot and an easy stop by Mold. 1:24 to go here, third period, as we try to round out game number 1 of the weekend. Black, Craven, Benson, Stagmeyer on the ice, as well as Jack Pryor. Face off to the right of Connor Mold. Broski going down due to gravity. Black feed it through the center. Broski right there. He'll get it right past Broski. Got Benson in the slot and was trying to sweep around. Couldn't get to it. Had Tyler Benson as an option, but Black trying to bank one more goal. Pryor taking a shot off the pad of Bergwin. Under a minute to play here, and it's going to be redirected by Lucas Black. He finally puts one in the back of the net. No lack of effort, but he'll finish this game off. 6-2 is the Canton Akron lead. Lucas Black gets on the score sheet. 55.2 seconds left here in the game. Jets going to start this weekend off with a win. 0-2 last weekend. They took on University School and St. Ignatius. However, as highly ranked as they were, still gained points in the rankings on the USA Hockey side. Face off at center. Benson working into the zone. Had to work around Klein. Puck down behind the goal line behind Bergwin. Trying to feed it out in the slot. Pittsburgh going to have the redirect, and McBride sending this to the far side. Raven in front of him. Trying to take a shot. Going to go out the body of Stagmeyer. It'll bounce back and forth, and we will get an offside call against the Arctic Foxes. 38.4 seconds left here. First period. Black will go to the bench. Thor Chavold will replace him. Raven, Stagmeyer, Chavold, Benson, and Pryor will try to round this one out. Jack Pryor on the near side. Feeding this to Thor Chavold. Chavold got ahead and poked away by Coban. He'll take this one spin around in his own zone and will lose it. Benson back into the zone, trying to work with two black jerseys. And Pittsburgh will have possession with just 18 seconds left here. However, the Arctic Foxes trailing by 4. 12 seconds to go, third period. On the slot, shot taken by Benson. Will go over the net into the glass, and that will bring us to the last 3 seconds of this one as the whistle will stop the clock with 1.5 seconds left. And the official now telling him to run it, as that will bring us to the end of game number 1 of the weekend. The Canton Akron Jets get a 6-2 win over the Pittsburgh Arctic Foxes. We'll step aside for a timeout. We'll come back. We'll wrap up game number 1 of the weekend. You are listening to Canton Akron Jets Hockey here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One Network.
Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit TAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team Pride Cobras.
I spend a lot of time in the backyard, and I'm the center of attention at summer barbecues. In '96, I made some of the tastiest s'mores. And in '09, it was me, your backyard fire pit, that accidentally started a wildfire when a summer breeze carried one of my embers into some dry brush.
Spark a change, not a wildfire. Visit SmokeyBear.com. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hope you enjoyed your meal. And I just want to say, he's lucky to have a brother like you.
Lucky? Caring for my brother is far from easy. But he's a part of me, like my arms and legs, so I'll be his. No time for tired. Nothing can disable this love. He needs me, but I'm the lucky one, even though I need help now and then.
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community. Support for your strength. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
What if I told you that a tornado was going to happen tomorrow, right where you live? That it would touch down at exactly 3:17 p.m., and I told you the exact path it would take. You would, of course, prepare. You would talk with your loved ones, and you'd make a plan today. It's true, I can't tell you a tornado will strike tomorrow, but shouldn't you have a plan anyway? Go to ready.gov/communicate and make your emergency plan today. Don't wait. Communicate. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
This is Mario Andretti. You know me as a race car driver, but I'm also a Meals on Wheels volunteer. I've raced against the sport's biggest personalities, but I've never met more vibrant, amazing people than the seniors served by Meals on Wheels. You can make a difference by dropping off a hot meal and saying a quick hello. So, America, let's do lunch. Volunteer your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today.
Discount Power Sports LLC. Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC. Find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Someone's got to set the tone out there, boys. Someone's got to set it.
The station that sets the tone for Youngstown Phantoms hockey is Western Reserve Radio. WRDB, The Scourge.
You're listening to Canton Akron Jets hockey on the iMedia One Sports Network. Back here as we wrap up game number one of the weekend. Take a look at the scoring recap here as it be the Canton Akron Jets. Starting out quick in the first period, as Mason Darris, Tyler Benson, and Max Morrow would all add goals for the good guys. They would take a 3-0 lead going into the second period. With 11 minutes left in the second period, it will be Brendan Hennigan finding the back of net for Pittsburgh, as that would get them on the score sheet. With 8:20 left, it would be Mason Darris on the feed from Deacon Johnson to add another goal. Sebastian Depp would add one with 3:39 left to go in the second period. And in the third period, Lucas Black would bury one with the help of Jack Pryor. And Kobach for Pittsburgh, he would add one for Pittsburgh for the Arctic Foxes, and that would give us our final 6-2 score. 38 shots on goal for Canton Akron, 27 for the Pittsburgh Arctic Foxes. Connor Mold would stop 25 out of 27 in net. He would get the win. And between Zielkowski and Bergwin, they would stop 32 out of 38. They would take the loss. Canton Akron 0 for 7 on the power play. Pittsburgh 0 for 6. Jets back in action tomorrow afternoon. As they will be back at 2:50 to take on the Lake Flyers. Right back here at the Chiller Ice Rink here in Dublin. And then they will be at Easton tomorrow night at 9:10 as they will take on the Allegheny Badgers. Well, thank you for joining us here on this Friday afternoon as we get this weekend started for the Canton Akron Jets as they prepare for the Ohio Buckeye Cup coming up in 2 weeks from Oxford, Ohio, on the campus of Miami University. So for Caleb Mold, I'm Jim Craven. Thanks for joining us here, game number 1. We'll see you back here tomorrow as the Jets will be back in action at 2:50 right here on Western Reserve Radio. Your score, one last time, the Canton Akron Jets 6, the Pittsburgh Arctic Foxes 2.
We thank you for joining us for this special presentation of Western Reserve Radio. And we now return to our regularly scheduled programming. Youngstown, Warren, and Salem's local and national sports talk can be found on TuneIn and the Live 365 app at Western Reserve Radio, WRDB, The Scourge.
The enterprise with the 6 states we're in on our handle year over year. State of Nevada was down from 150 million to 131 million. The matchup wasn't inspiring. I will say that, right? Mm-hmm. Hotel rates were bad on Friday.
You miss Mahomes?
I thought the anti-Chiefs sentiment started to play a little bit, but I think we still feel the Patriots fatigue, right? Of having them involved. And your team, it's not your team, but Seattle. I mean, they really don't have a wealth of superstars, right? You don't have a superstar quarterback. You have a coach that's, making his way, but has only been a head coach for a few years, and some young and rising players, but not big names. But, I think these prediction